Hello, this is Marshally and welcome to my garden diary. And today what I am doing is that I'm going to plant some Sedum Spurium or dragon's blood sedums cutting in another part of the garden. So I have, I think, 4 different types of sedums. And this particular one here that has bronzish, reddish foliage, I only have at this part of the garden, this corner of the garden, so it's not a big part. I mean, it's not taking up a large part here. Yeah, but that's still a bit for sedums. So what I want to do, I want to get some of this over to where the roses are, so that this can also take up some of the space there and be a ground cover for that area. I like this because the color will add a contrast to that part of the garden, and the blooms are also quite attractive. They're small and they look like typical sedum blooms. They bloom in clusters. This one bloomed quite a lot, but they're all spent, or most of it is spent now. Only those 2 are there. So that's what I'm going to do. How do I do that? I have already gone ahead and cut out. I had some cuttings here, and what I've done is that I've done the cuttings with a long stem, and then I'll just make a hole in the ground with one of my tools that I have, and then I'll just stick these at different parts of where I want them in the garden. So I have quite a bit of cuttings here. I will plant them not too near, not too far apart from each other, because these are quite slow growers. But if I plant them now, they might grow a little bit. But you have to be patient with sedums. So I'll just go and show you where I'll do the planting, then I'll plant them up, and then I will show you what it looks like when I'm finished. Okay, so let's go. I need this. This is what I'll use to make the holes. I have some more there. Oh, sorry. Okay, so let's go to the other part of the garden. So I have quite a bit of sedums. Those are blooming for the second time, and the rest have spent blooms. And this is where I want to plant the ones that I just made cuttings of. And so I'll just plant what I have here, and then if I think it's not enough, then I can always go ahead and get some more. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do that, and then when I'm finished, I'll show you what that looks like. So that's the area there. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so that's my little sedum area that I just planted, and I actually even though they haven't grown yet, I like the idea already. While I was planting, I realized how dry this area is, and so it's really ideal for the sedums here. And so that's how close together I've planted them, a couple of centimeters apart. And for the sedums, this is one plant I don't have to water in after I have planted them. I treat them like cactus, so I'll just leave them like that and I won't water them after planting them in, and that will give them, when they're not watered, what will happen is that they will root faster. It's because they don't need that much water, and that's one of the reasons why I have planted them in this area here, because this is a dry area and I don't want to be bothered with watering this area right here, because our water system doesn't come up to this part of the garden, and also especially this area right here is quite hard to get to, because also it's a bit more rocky and sandy because of where the foundation for our deck is. So yeah, so I'll keep you updated on these, how they're doing. So that's going to be it for this video. I'm looking forward. I think, pretty sure that by this time next year, they will be able to have flowers and would have filled out this area a bit more, especially because I have planted so much or so many here. These are medium to slow growers, so I'm not going to have my expectation up too high, but they should be able to do well because they're not super close, but I packed them in close enough that they should get some growing done this year. Okay, so that's the Sedum Spurium, or the dragon's blood sedum, and that's how I do it if I want to plant them in a different part of the garden. Okay, so that's going to be it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.